All right, traders, welcome back on this Thursday. Hopefully, everyone had a good little day off. Getting a little bit of rally in the market. Man, tell you, some of the things, the swing trades are still doing great. I can't believe this NVIDIA. You know what? I ended up buying more NVIDIA on Tuesday because I saw this thing it just won't stop. It literally just won't stop. After that split, the thing is just doing incredible. I mean, at 130, the thing's about 1,400. I'm always looking at 10 times earnings. So that one's doing great. Eli Lilly's going to probably get close to about, getting close to that 900. And there are a couple of good swing trades. So we're going to talk a little bit about those. But good to see everyone. Good morning, Michael. Good Margaret, Bill, everyone. Yeah, we got a couple of good little stocks that are moving this morning. We're going to check them all out and see what's happening. But a couple of quick announcements before we get started. Just remember today, big event is usually our Thursday event, open house. So if you're watching on social media, we are going to be live on at 12 o'clock talking about everything that we do here. And also just make sure you got the little QR code in top left-hand corner. Just scan it with your phone. Come and join us. We're in the trading room all day if you want to kind of be part of our cyber group room, because this right now we're just broadcasting just in the morning. There's that link right there. And yep, that's going to be the topic. Iceberg in the Titanic. Yeah, that's right. I did a new video, quick little short on that. If anybody wants to know what about I had a new word. I'm doing like this new thing about the word of the day, and it seems like a lot of people like it. So some of the slogans that we use, like hit the bid. I did one on, just the one I just showed you right there about the Titanic, about short squeezes, and I did just a bunch of different kinds out there. Icebergs, that one right there is a video on that one, but definitely watch it. I think you guys are going to like that. And those kind of lingos that we use in day trading. And make sure you leave a comment. I reply back to all of them. And, like I said, please go out there and share it. Anyway, let's go talk about what happened on Tuesday. And there were a couple of things that did make some little moves over here. Hold on, let me just bring up on my little watch list over here what I had over here. So what we had over here. Hold on a second. So a couple of stocks that did pretty well right there. Asana was one. ASTS was a really nice stock. That was a good little swing trade right there. You could see last week, I mean, just literally has not stopped on that news that it came out on. The stock went from $5 up to $8. Stock went all the way up to about $12.20. Nice little move right there on that little trade right there. I mean, it's like if you go back here on, let me go bring up the day before. So you can see here, just a nice little pop, and then did pretty well. It's holding here pretty strong right now. Listen, if it holds here, which is another, I'm probably going to do another word of the day, which is going to call refreshing. But if it refreshes or if it consolidates here, then we should look pretty good on that. Could probably make a nice little move. But that one, let's keep an eye on that one. We also had another couple of stocks that doing pretty well. Kava, I actually bought too. I did a swing trade on that one. I can't believe I had to pay $92 for the stock. It's just driving me crazy. We own the stock all the way down here around 40, and I paid that much money. It just bothers me. But you know what? Listen, breaking all-time highs, literally right there. It's been also a nice little swing trade there too. That one moved pretty nicely. What else we had? We had some of them that didn't make some nice moves, but the MLGO had that nice little pop, and then it came back down. This is like a short squeeze. This is what you got to be careful of. I thought we were going to get a little bit of a move. It had a nice little open in the pre-market, but you could see how important it is when the market opens up. The trend is your friend. You don't want to buck that trend, but the MLGO literally took a very, very big hit. A couple other brand name stocks I want to point out. Tesla did really well on Monday. You could see it ran from like $1.76 all the way to almost $1.90. And you know what? It does have the TS. It also has the ETF on that one. What's the ETF? Was it TSLL, right? TSLL. So you could also trade that one too. That one did pretty well too if you can't afford the Tesla stock. So that one did all right. A couple other stocks also that we had over there. We had Penn that you guys missed out. That was good on a Monday. We had SCLX. That one did pretty well. This one was pretty good. This was a good one. CMTL was another one that we had that did really well on Friday, on Tuesday. You can see that one ran from like 220 all the way to 420. So there was a lot of them that were out there. Listen, let's turn the page. Don't want to kind of put lemon on a wound, but you know what? This is what will, end up being a pretty decent day. I didn't think the afternoons were going to be that well. You know how I feel about holidays. Things get very, very slow. It's been gorgeous here this week up here in New York. I know a lot of people went away. Now, my concern is this. Today's Thursday. Yesterday's a big holiday. I think a lot of people probably going to be taking off. The market's not up a lot, but Bitcoin's obviously doing pretty well. You could also tell by your coin is doing pretty well. How's my hood doing? Hood's coming back a little bit. It's got that big support level at 22. They own a lot of shares of Bitcoin right there. So that one I saw it's been up a little bit. SMCI is doing pretty well too. That's doing well. Making a nice little comeback actually with the NVIDIA trade right there too. And what we got here? Yeah, these are the other stocks doing pretty well. All right, but let's see what's going on. What's moving this morning? Let's go through the big watch list. So the big one that's moving up pretty nicely right now is the MGOL, and you could see right here it just made a really nice move around 8:30. Now the big question is, like I showed you in my video that we just talked about, is where are the iceberg orders? So, by the way, if anyone here on social media, let me put that link up there. If you want to know what an iceberg order is, there's the link right there. If you want to watch that quick little video. But when it comes to the iceberg orders, looks like it's just taking them all out right now. I'm just going to show you where they are. Look at all those green balls, okay? The bigger the ball, the more buying, the more transactions on the offer. That means that people are selling and those sellers are getting executed. Stock looks really, really, really nice. So far, this right now is probably the nicest stock that's moving right now. It's up 174%. MGOL. Now, this is also very important. A lot of you remember on this day, on May 21st, we traded this stock. I'm sorry. Right here on May 21st, it ran from 50 cents to $1.40. Okay. So if you traded it that day, go back to your journals and go check it out and see how you traded it. Because let me tell you, if the market was open right now, this stock probably would be halted. Okay. It'll probably be halted right now looking at it. All right. Another couple of stocks that are moving too. Dell shares trading higher too, DELL. So Dell is obviously, the only problem with Dell, it's a little expensive. Okay. What's the news on that? Josh just posted up there. Dell shares trading higher after Elon Musk said the company assembling half of its racks that are going into the supercomputer that AI is building. Oh, really? Wow. That's a pretty big, sounds like a pretty big job, right? That's the news right there on Dell. For some of you want to read it here. That's the news right there on Dell. Not bad. Anyway, I was a Dell fan at one point. I haven't owned a Dell in a long time, but Dell, Dell obviously changed the whole business model. So just like IBM did, but listen, going out there trading $155 stock, maybe it's good for the moment, but let's stick with stocks that are giving us less expensive risk, like the MGOL. Look at that thing. It's still going higher since we started this, since the market opened up at 9 a.m. for us doing the webinar. Look at that. It's already up about 30 cents, okay, for a very cheap stock. This one I found earlier. I know everyone saw this around 7 o'clock this morning, but I don't know. It's kind of like, I love the volume, 31 million shares. I love the price. It's got big support at $1. The only issue is I'm not seeing anybody left at $1. Starting to getting a ladder effect. See all these orders out here? See someone's pushing it down. So that's a pretty big order out there. So 60,000. But great volume, great volatility, great movement. I'm going to put it on the watch list. Zap. Remember this stock? We traded this stock just a couple of days ago too. Remember this stock ran from 75 cents to $3. Zap is moving again. I'll tell you, pretty impressed with the watch list that we got going on this morning, huh? Not bad. So Zap is actually moving pretty well right here. Got some big resistance levels right around the $3. Okay. We're far away from that. Let's go check and see where the iceberg orders are. All right. Iceberg Bergs. All right, so this is what we got going on here. Not the prettiest looking one. You could see that at 8:55, it hit that 220 resistance. Not a lot. It looks like the stock is probably a category 3. The spread is pretty big. It just by looking at it. Remember, one of the big things is that it's all about volatility. It's all about spread too. Remember that. Big spread, got to stay away from it. This stock also got up pretty big, up 22%, 10 million shares, a little bit less, a little bit more tradable on the trade rule side. CMND. Let's see what we got going on here. Also, not the pretty slow level 2. You got orders showing up around $1.70, $1.85. You know that one. CMMD. What's this one? Just came out of nowhere. This up 24%, 5 million shares. NXL. I like this stock. You know what? I love seeing stocks that go from that had this kind of chart, that had that nice run. Also, you remember we did trade this not too long ago, went from $1.50 to $1.50. A lot of cheap stocks, though. You know, I'm not a fan of stocks that trade under $1. Okay. And I don't need to go over detail about that, but you all know my whole thing about the dollar stocks. Anything under $1. It's about the fractions of a penny. All right, there's nothing here in the losers list on the big New York Stock Exchange. Anything we got going up there? This is up 14%. This is up about 8%, or we're done there. And I think we're finished. Okay. All right, we got a pretty decent list over here. Most active. What do we got here? This is this thing just slingshot up and came crashing down. NVIDIA. One of the top stocks in the volume. These 20 million shares traded. That is absolutely incredible. That one's the biggest leader. These are the stocks we already know. We already have them on our watch list. This one we already have on our watch list. So every stock that we basically found that's in the big gainers is in the big volume, the most volume. Remember, volume is key when it comes to trading. Zap, all these stocks are in there. GOVX. What's this one? This one gapped up a little bit for me. Seems to say anything else new out there. Okay, Apple starting to back off. Soons, we trade that. AMD. Yeah, these are all pretty much done. This one's doing pretty well. CLSK is doing pretty well too. All right, so we got we got 5 stocks. Listen, typical Thursday. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too crazy. Let's get ready for this week might not be the most active, most fun part of trading this week. So what do we do on weeks like this? We go out and go watch our classes, go watch our recordings. We do our coaching here at Cybertrade University. But just listen, just hit it hard. If there's something good out there, let's all work together. Remember what happened on Monday and Tuesday, everybody. When we trade on Monday and Tuesday, if you remember, what we usually do is if we find something, we all try to jump on it. If you missed it, then don't worry about it. Just got to come back tomorrow and try again. But don't go out there and chase something and just to make something out of nothing, okay? When it comes to the summertime, at this time of the year, you're usually not going to have that issue. I mean, you're going to have that issue, and you're not going to get that big list of stocks. So don't get too cocky and crazy. This is the best time to learn, so be focused on that more than anything. Now, if you're watching on social media, again, we're going to be back here at 12 o'clock. We're going to be doing a live presentation at 12. Everything we covered, we're going to talk about it. Also, if you do want to join the trading room, just take your phone, scan that little QR code in the top left-hand corner, and you could come and join our trading room whenever you want. And if you want to get that recording, best way to do it is just register right there. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. We'll be back in 15 minutes for everyone in the Cyber Group room. For all the rest of you, we will be back here at 12 o'clock. We'll see you then. Please make sure you register. Happy trading, everyone. Trade safe.